Hi, this is Paul Begley. Quickly, some more breaking news for you. Japan has spotted two Chinese boats near the disputed islands. Japanese Coast Guard has spotted two Chinese vessels attempting on this Sunday morning to enter waters near the islands in the East China Sea. They are disputed by two countries. These islands are, and they're disputed who controls them. Both Japan and China kind of dispute this. Now, these two Chinese fishing patrol ships were sighted around 7:45 a.m. on Sunday morning, which would have been 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday evening on November 27th, but that's already Sunday morning in around they're in the Sea of Japan, in Asia. Okay, repeatedly, these two Chinese fishing boats were trying to enter the waters 44 kilometers off the coast of the group of islands there in Japan. These were Chinese boats, and they were spotted by Japanese Coast Guard. Now, the relations between the Asia's two biggest economies have been soured since September after Japan detained a Chinese skipper whose fishing boat collided with a Japanese patrol vessel off the disputed islands. So, which was near potentially near some very expensive gas reserves. Later, Japan let this Japanese skipper be released. But here's the whole thing. You got the United States and South Korea. They have begun launching the war games. I just got another report here. Can I go there quickly? It was supposed to start at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's right now almost midnight, which would make it early Sunday morning, November 28th. 2010. The U.S. South Korea war games have launched. Let me read this quickly, okay? The United States and South Korea have launched joint war games this morning as top officials from North Korea and China met South Korea's president in a bid to calm the tensions after a deadly North Korean artillery attack last week. So the United States and South Korea has went ahead and launched their joint war games today, and North Korea and China, North Korea's ally, China, met with South Korea's president trying to calm the tensions and basically trying to talk him out of the war games with America. But hours after the drills began, residents of South Korean islands targeted by last week's barrage was ordered to evacuate and to go into shelters after the military heard fresh artillery fire being launched north of the disputed Western Sea border. Now, none of these rounds landed on the island, but the authorities later lifted they lifted their thoughts of fear. So what you got here is North Korea has went ahead and fired some artillery. They did not hit the island. They landed in the water, but you can sense it. We're on the brink of the beast, and we're at the verge of war. We have games being played everywhere. I mean, you got the Chinese now talking to South Korea, saying, "Why don't do these drills?" You got North Korea's got missiles on the launch pad, pointing them directly at South Korea, the South Korean islands, and the USS George Washington. You got the United States of America and South Korea going forward with their war games, as they had promised and scheduled, and they're not going to back down on it. And you've got Kim Jong-il, the idiot from North Korea, who's firing artillery out into the ocean. And then you've got the Chinese, while they're talking on one hand, they got boats slipping around near the islands of Japan. I'm Paul Begley. I'm trying to grasp the seriousness of the situation, as obviously this could be a long night. If you believe in the power of prayer, you need to pray. If you believe in the power of Jesus Christ, can defeat the spirit of evil, you need to pray. We're on the brink of the beast. And potentially World War III. I'm Paul Begley. God help us. God help us. God help us.